All right, no time to lose. Someone's late. I'm straight into some profiles here. So the weekly, we regained value, basically rejected POC from last week. To be seen if we trade towards and or lose or bounce from that weekly value low. It is FOMC. It has been choppy, tight, rollover, expirations, FOMC still. So there's that. Regardless, same thing as every day. Just marking out the value from last session here. And we are currently opening up with a gap, small gap, but it's a gap. I need my overnight. So I'm missing my overnight. With my stream software, how do I do this without breaking everything? Duplicate. No. Maybe. It is not interesting to do on the go, on the fly. What I could do, just say fuck it. Do it like this. Yeah, right. It's my left screen. Right. It is what it is. Huge sell-off. These profiles have been ugly lately. Biggest sell aggression is going to be at basically the POC. Buy aggression is going to be against the high volume node. And just like that, I get plan to trade. Getting data feed delays from DX feed now. It's the first. overall, I'll be looking more at the bigger picture from the weekly, combined with my overnight session. More of the same in Q or not? Get a naked POC right here. 895.
Ride it on a trip, you a good co-pilot. Seems like we're a little misguided.
this the long? Kind of want to switch back to the 1 minute because she's been so slow a lot lately, especially yesterday and Monday. What happens if I do? It's kind of a good setup here. Sellers on the bottom, unable to push through, buyer step in. That was a good one. So back in range. The green box here is value low from overnight. Around value area low from yesterday. Session RTH. Morning, sir. Where was the news drop here? Because that could be like a little bit of a data wick-ish. Basically this area. We got more news. Top of the hour, we got factory orders, durable goods. And obviously, the big daddy of FOMC tonight. Okay, rejecting value from the overnight. Still respecting prior range, so kind of don't want to push it right here. Kind of don't want to fight that wall under prior POC. It's a lot of sell aggression. If it goes past the POC, prior POC, it's going to be looking real good for more up. I do like the target of the news. Buyers did step in here though, but not a fan of this trade location. Kind of want to do business lower, get a better trade location, and or we melt. But she's been really tight. Probably expecting the same thing to FOMC. Very likely. But from a prior profile perspective, we got back in range. We're basically rejecting prior value at the moment. Still got to give it the benefit of the doubt, as long as it's in prior range, that it will revisit value, potentially gain value through a value rotation. Because I still eyeing this data area high. That was PPI, right? Yeah. At the same time, I don't want to get married to the idea. If I see something strong, good trade location wise, do want to go along. But as it stands, sellers stepped in, buyers tried to push it up, price selling off. It's not looking the strongest at this point in time. She's been brutal last days. Buyers defending prior range low. Delta is like super bullish last candle. Probably too soon. Not the reaction I was looking for just yet. Not the best close here. It's gotta start trading above 62s. Pretty please. Rejecting. Has to trade above the green bubble to be strong. Delta is still strong here. Classic. Definitely not the best week to push buttons, that's for sure. All right, we got news in 3 minutes. Classic NQ, then straight up 100 points. Might have to wait. It's the news though in 20 seconds. Kind of want it lower against the 950s. Don't want to freaking enter here. Then we get the news drop in 5 seconds. Very risky, tricky. Basically where I wanted to enter, it hits. So I'm basically anticipating price to respect that level. Could have been more patient. Also, I'm not sure what's wrong with the data feed. It says like 3 seconds delay, like all the time. All right, that was not the smartest move, I guess. Still like it, but getting involved at the wrong time is not good. At the same time, she's been doing this the last 2 days, so she might just not go anywhere. Sir, how do you leave the footprints of your trades, the arrows where you entered and left? So when you right click your chart and then you press show historical orders. Tournaments in the session and she's already again squeezing. Past 2 days are no worries. Ideally, I want to see it sweep the freaking lows. Right, that's not what I wanted to see. Right there. Doing the opposite here from my entry model. Weak to low, I'm break even. Don't even want to be in a position if it goes up again. Not really using my methodology here, so that, you know. Overall, I'm still kind of looking for that data point. But ideally, I want to see it trade lower. This is just Chop City. The issue is the continuation. Because if you wait for more information, this could be one, but then again, like 28. Last try here, see if she breaks that probe. Can we break the probe? This could be punching a wall very quick too. Kind of want to see the continuation, obviously, from the green bubbles. Past the green box. And especially the POC, because between the prior value area low and the prior POC, it was a lot of sell aggression on that session profile. So this could still be doing the same thing. So I'm anticipating this imbalance here to be retested as it does now. I want to see the strength and the push up from it, and then potentially start trailing back some P&O. Definitely not. It definitely wouldn't be the strongest thing if price would just trade back below, close below that imbalance. Very likely to just do the same thing over and over again. I kind of want to be in this impulse move, and I want to see a continuation from it. This is basically the make or break area. Still close above, it's still good. Kind of want to see somewhat of a bullish reaction right now. Bullish is up NQ. Still not the reaction I'm looking for. Show me strength. Also don't want to give it too much room, because if she's like ranged like as she is right now, she's just sweeping the highs, she's just gonna sweep the lows. So that don't make no sense for me to just keep myself in that position. Hitting that wall again. $35 points. Could still look good if she picks up right here, but yeah, no. Because the idea of that data waking back in value makes sense, but at the same time, obviously rejecting that level, so shorts from that level make also a lot of sense. It's just delta is fairly strong here. If I would have to bet. I mean, looking back, it's a little bit all over the place. Looks like it wants to flush though. Let's see what happens if she does. Kind of feel like I want to punch short here and put my stop above 10s. Too late. It's very late in that move, but usually when she hits the level and does something like this, Let's see how she respects this one. Because this is where the buyers were most aggressive in the overnight though, so would make sense. At the same time, it still hasn't swept even the overnight low. So I'm kind of having that in the back of my mind that she might want to do that first before. $16 points. Kind of want to be late. Flush the lows. Needs to start trading below 80, 93s pretty quick, please. This looks too bouncy in Q, too bouncy. Probably expecting too much again from this day. Freaking doji-ish kind of candle, Jesus. Don't like indecision like that. Kind of want to see price move with some conviction. Don't we all? Kind of debating to put my stop closer because I'm not a fan of what's going on here. Was anticipating somewhat more of aggression down. Trade location is obviously very aggressive. This is the start of the move. Doesn't look like it. Struggle is real. I trail myself above 915s. Really not a big fan of the move, but I don't want to be too, at this point, kind of want to see that candle hold. Wick 90s. Wick 90s. Has to wick the 90s or rebalance. Come on, buddy. Do what you gotta do. I'm not a fan of it. Don't like what Delta is doing here too. Yeah. Kind of wanted to see somewhat of a flush of those lows. It's not even happening. Delta is strong. If I look at the prior swing, just not a fan of being short right here anymore. I'll be right back. I need to get something downstairs. What? What happened? Jeez. One candle, dude. Where's my patience? One candle. God fucking damn it. Yeah. Hold on. This is kind of brutal because that trade idea made freaking a lot of sense. Well, that's on me. Could have been slower. Should have been at least leaving my stop above that high. I mean, there's more movement than yesterday and the day before at this point. Fuck, man. What did I do? I'm also trading under the IB low. So looking back, most ideal trade locations were against that level, against the value low from the overnight. Also combined with value from the other day. So basically rejecting it, dropping out of range. That's stupid. That's stupid. Everything but break even would have been cool. Everything but break even. Maybe that should be a mantra. Everything but break even. Was there news? Crude oil inventories usually doesn't move it that much, though, right? Trying to see if it makes sense for continuation because we just fucking ripped 70 points. That would have gotten me out of my hole from today and yesterday. Easy. Everything but break even. The amount of trades I took like this is insane. At this point, the auction is down, rejecting value from the other day. Where's my profile gone to? Oh, really? Maybe a reload, potentially a reload somewhere. Luffy, just saying what on what channel it is, because I don't think the link is dropping. Bro. Is it on Fabio's channel? I guess we are rejecting the overnight range too. It seems like I watched that already. Bro. Exciting news? No. Only news I got is that I've basically been struggling like since start of the month. Last month was insanely good. Might have crashed a little bit down. Just trying to find my flow again. Yeah, it's really been impacting my mental state. I've been sleeping bad, all that. Just trying to get back into the groove of things. And price action like this week is not helping to find that groove. It's very frustrating, but that's part of it all, to withstand it and get back on top of it. It's always going to be like that, Luffy. Always going to be highs. There's always going to be lows. It's the longer I'm in this journey, the more I recognize it's all about keeping it as stable as possible, because there's always going to be an up, there's always going to be a down. But if you let it go out of hand too much, the crash is too far. So you're always getting better. I'm always getting better at catching myself and flattening that downside. But it's never gonna get any easier. It's also not gonna get harder. That's the thing. It's always gonna be something like that. I'll be very happy that rollover expirations on the options, FOMC, like in general this week, is over. Things flow back to normal. Plus, I live in Europe, so daylight savings already is in motion in US, but not in Europe. So we are running still an hour behind. So everything is a little bit skewed at this point. So I think end of the month is the last day, and then we switched daylight saving hours. So then everything really becomes back to normal. I'm taking an hour of leave every day to be an hour early behind the screen. So I'm basically taking holiday every day to be trading the NASDAQ. Yeah. I'm glad I'm able to do so. So there's that. It's definitely annoying as fuck to do, but yeah. I mean, I've been doing good. The last month was 14K. It's just, it was going too good. And then just, it gets in your psyche, and then, yeah. You always want more, sir. You always want more. It's never enough. That's the thing, what I'm saying. Like when you grinding against that high, you have to keep yourself in check to like not lose perspective of what's going on. They're not going to be, it's not because you do a 14K a month, they're going to be a gazillionaire in the next few months, right? You have to control that. That bad day, that bad week is coming. And then you have to like, again, catch yourself on time to like keep the flow state of it all steady. And that's especially, I think, as a retail trader, someone that's always alone is the hardest part, because there's no boss, there's no one tapping on your shoulder, there's no one to talk to, all that. So it's definitely one of the hardest things to do alone and go through alone. It's brutal, to be honest. It's brutal. It's one of the reasons I'm streaming, because it's a lonely job to do or thing to do. Been part of some communities in Discord, but once they fall apart, then you're on your own. So now I'm like, I'm just gonna do my own thing, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's the most brutal job in the whole wide world, for sure. For sure. You funded. Is it not something from Fabio? I think it's from Fabio. I think he traded with it. Yo, CJ, look at this amazing short. Go short, get break even, then rips. Such a classic me trade. You fund it. Let's do it. Damn, I still have to trade that DeepCharts competition account. Damn, I'm slacking. Well, I can't reach their webpage through my browser, so I don't know if that's a good thing, Luffy. I need a slogan. Everything but break even. Literally everything would have been good to trail, but break even. Trail the highs of the candles, even so 1 minute, would have been good. Put my stop anywhere in between the validation points and whatever would have been good. Everything but break even. Just took too long. It's freaking out, man. He's putting them all out of business. Yeah, I just the level, like the green level here, like 899, 900. This was the level where buyers basically were most aggressive on the bottom of the range, but looking back, it really should have been freaking 960s. That would have changed the game too. God damn it. Wait, I'm trying to... So I basically was looking at the distribution on the bottom here. But looking back, I really should have been using 960s. Then create something like this. Might need to drop the box I'm drawing. This would have made more sense though. Let's keep it at this for now. Profile's just been ugly, like the distribution of it. Past days, last week. Anyway, so currently trading below, what's that, overnight low? Yeah. So from that perspective, it's either reject and trade towards. Yeah, this has been the thing the past 2 days, especially like the expectation of the trade is, especially here too, like on the open, it was the same thing was going on. She was moving a little bit better because she was sweeping up and down. It kind of made more sense to push buttons, and especially in the last part here, she kind of gave some kind of impulse. That's something that has been lacking in the past days, so that's good. But then again, how much are you expecting this thing to go before FOMC? Still be looking for down, I think. We'll see. That's something I really want to short right here, right now. It's also hourly IB still inside. I think options expiration was more of a thing than fit. I think fit wise everything is starting to get priced in, or probably is already priced in. Just not a fan of these profiles, dude. What the hell? Definitely want to still be looking for shorts. At the same time, it's still at this inflection point. Rejecting private value though, so and getting towards the bottom of value from last week too. What's that freaking song about, dude? Right, so what I want to do is definitely wait for price to move up for a short, and then only start looking for longs if we gain 900. Although it's gonna start looking good for longs if we gain 860. Kind of want to still be in a short kind of vibe under those levels. They are pushing it here though. They're not getting a lot of results. Basically want to see that aggression holds. This could be a regain of the whole range. Footprints? No, no footprints. Just the bubbles. Maybe like a bar puck, like something like this. Just a POC of the candle. Just basically gives you the footprint without looking at the footprint, looking at numbers. Get your candle close, get your POC, get your trapped buyers or sellers. Right now, this seller's trapped. Could have been a nice long, but it would have been super aggressive. I still wanted to be short-minded here. Although moves like this are what you want to see. Flush down, flush up. Nice flush up. I'm just trading a little bit passive because of how price has been moving past 2 days. I just want to get involved. I mean, right here. Could have punched it aggressively at the 80, 90s here. She's definitely not giving the structure to short against. But she's definitely going down too. Kind of want to see what happens if we decide to push up. Because we are trading back into the range of the overnight, which is not a bearish thing. We are still rejecting a lot of levels that are bearish, but easily to be regained at this point. Yeah, Delta is freaking strong here too on the bottom compared to prior swings, especially on that 15 minute. It's basically flat. Interesting. Looking for an entry against that red bubble would not be a bad thing. Or would have not been a bad thing. Probably don't want to see it go towards that red bubble again too, no. Kinda has to push through this level. Push through the level. Delta is super strong, unable to push through the last swing point. Has to push through that point. Okay, part one. Now we go to the moon. Kind of want to see it regain prior range low. That also be IB mid for me. Basically want to see it retest that prior range low, then potentially start trailing. This is prop. I'm about to open a live account though, because I'm done trading prop. I'm over it, to be honest. Looking for a few good months and then probably do that. Yeah, something like that. Kind of want to give it. I got my hands basically tied because I don't want to touch it. I'm break even. That's already the worst part. It's not a bad thing to do right now because we broke that prior swing point. Kind of want to give it the benefit of the doubt for a retest or a pull. pull back into the 910s, and then like, or as we see right now, see a red bubble when we're pushing down. That's good. Kind of want to could trail that level, could add here. Don't want to mess with my entry, so I'm just gonna wait for a trail. If we confirm up, why am I over prop? The rules in general, I think I learned enough risk management wise to do live trading without freaking an 80-20 profit split, without all the freaking rules that come with it. Yeah. We'll see. That's for this year for sure. These are 50K accounts. It depends, like on volatility. It depends on the moment. Like normal NQ, I would do 30 points, 5 micros, depending how she moves. Go to minis. Ideally, risk about max 1,000 a day. Usually, a good day doesn't even come close to that. So. I will check it out. Make or break in Q. Make or break. This is like a little bit of a reload area. Probably expecting too much from price action right now, but we'll see what happens. The minimum volume, I think 40. I'm checking right now. Yeah, 40. Delta is pushing it hard. Price not moving. So there's no result from the effort. That's not good. I want to see it push through. Yeah, you just own that money, that liquidity. When you're trading prop, like you don't own shit until it hits your bank. Like it's insane. Yeah. And then also like, for example, if I take $1,000 out, they take 20%. That's $200 less. Then I go from dollars to euros. Then there's like 600 euros left. Then I have to still pay taxes. Dude, this salty earned money, believe me. So it makes a lot of sense to that. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I should trade bigger accounts for sure. But on the other hand, I'm just trade with more risk, if that makes sense, because that's how I'm used to trading. I'm not gonna go to $200 or like $500 drawdown a day, especially in these conditions. You're like out of play in 0.2 seconds. It is prop, so in my opinion, it is allowed to be treated more aggressive. If I were trading a live account with that amount, that amount of equity in it, yes, for sure. For sure I would do that. Non-prop, no. Bounce on the magical green line. What do I do outside of trading? Well, I'm in the military, sir. Salute. Bounce on the magical green line. At this point, she's gonna tease me hard to add if she confirms up again, and I'll probably do so too. I'm in Europe, so I'm in Belgium. God damn, we're already nearing lunchtime. Is that a thing? It's not looking that hot. Magical green line. I'm gonna sell for 12 points profit. It either stops me at break even, or it goes up and I'm adding and I'll make more money. One of the two. All right, I guess someone's short. That's good. Break even. And that's like three break evens in a row. Too greedy? Yeah, from a 30-minute IB would have made sense to short against that level. It's just how much to expect from it, huh? Hourly still range bound. Someone's making money. Not sure what to do anymore. A lot of things have been played out. This could be somewhat of a chop between those levels until FOMC. Under these levels, I do like it short. Index derivatives. I'm not too acquainted with Belgian finance industry, to be honest. Very focused on NASDAQ and everything around it. Very much. Might have to come back for FOMC to play. Not sure. This could have been just a pullback. I do like it in range though, but she has to move too. auction is down, but I think the downwards move really starts being less and less obvious. Like it more long and short, to be honest. No point in gambling though. She's currently consolidating. Thinking what to do. Got a few ideas, but volume might just die out. It's really not that much expanding, to be honest. Got trade ideas both ways. She's currently between a high and a low, so she is consolidating. Or that high. It's just the expectancy of the trade is a little bit skewed. Buyers trying to push it here though. Guess we're missing that trade too. Not something I wanna, could have been more aggressive. I could order somewhat higher though, yeah. Against that structure. That wouldn't make sense. Was trying to catch it on a rebalance. Just should have put it on that prior swing instead of down low here, like that area. It's not that much of a difference, but it's a lot of at the same time. This point we're turning short. Well, I guess that's what a consolidation is. Could have been doing the same thing. That'd probably be the last one because lunchtime. I'm getting hungry. I should have probably not be pushing this button too, to be honest. Guess that's too late. It's a bit of a flip zone here, but I'm giving the auction of today. I like it short though at this point. Not ideal though. This thing is consolidating. Consolidating until it isn't. Probably should have waited for a close below 900s. Then go for a retest. As always, early. It's right here, right now. If we reject here, I'm trailing this high. I don't want to see this high get broken. Somewhat of a bullish close. I want to get out of the position. If it wicks that high, I'm out. And I'm going for some food. I just come back on a FOMC. Very likely. Trade the aftermath of it. Right, let's just leave it at that. Probably could have made more. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm hungry. I'm probably trading FOMC though today, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that live. It's gonna be late. I'm just gonna be happy that's gonna be over, like rollover, expiration, FOMC, all of that. Normal movement, normal price action, normal days. It's back in range at the same time. The auction is down, consolidating. It's just leave it. There's just the narrative is both ways for me. Because the auction is down on the day, but at the same time we're regaining levels. I like to play a whole range rotation play, for example. But yeah, she's definitely not doing that. But she's also not selling off. I mean, my timing is probably wrong. But yeah, at this point the narrative is just not that obvious. And when it's not that obvious, should not push a button. There were some very obvious plays. The short was obvious for me. The level was obvious. Target was obvious. Long was obvious. There was just no oomph for continuation. And then after that, it's really just consolidating. So that last trade should have not been taken, really. Yeah. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat. Maybe, just maybe, I'll stream FOMC. Not sure. I'll say it's gonna be tomorrow after the aftermath of FOMC. It's gonna be way, way better to trade. Just mark my words. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm hungry. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Peace.